When I think of the motherland, I think of where I feel whole and full. My name is Ami Scherson. I use she, her pronouns, and we're in Elmhurst, Queens, New York. I feel like when people ask me where I'm from, I ultimately assume that they ask what my nationality is or ethnicity, rather than like, who am I and where I'm from, which is so much more than that. So I guess my hometown, where I grew up and was raised, was Cleveland, Ohio, right in the heart of the Midwest. I have a Midwest soul. It was really beautiful to grow up there, but it was also very difficult growing up in communities that there weren't a lot of mixed race individuals. I think people tried to put me in different lumps and groups. So being Japanese and Chilean, I was not Japanese enough for the Japanese community and not Chilean enough for like a Latinx community, but then also an added layer of being Jewish in a Jewish community, coming from Jewish heritage. They're like, wait, you're Chilean and Jewish? This doesn't make sense. And so I think that I was always trying to find which label suited me the best. And then kind of growing up and moving to Queens, where I'm able to be my fullest self, I realized that there is no label that can encompass who I am. So I've lived in Queens for about 2 years now, and I've lived in Jackson Heights, but now I'm living in Elmhurst. It's been about a year, and it definitely feels like home. Being Asian and Latinx, it's really lovely to be in an area that is also Asian and Latinx, so being able to hear Latin American music all the way to being able to shop at my favorite Asian grocery stores, it's definitely felt like home. I think what keeps me grounded, honestly, is food and music. That is something that I grew up with, that was a really big part of my life, and then also something that continues into my life. I cook every day. I live in an area where there's such a great variety of different foods that are so accessible, that really remind me of what is home to me and what keeps me grounded. And I think in terms of music, that's a really great way of being able to look into the past and what the future looks like as well. I think I find the most sense of belonging within other mixed race communities, and that's a really large reason why my co-collaborator Tara Villanueva and I founded Mixed Collective. Mixed Collective is an arts collaborative for mixed identifying individuals that can include multiracial, biracial, third culture kids, transracial adoptees, all those who kind of fit into this mixed experience, that they have so many different experiences that come together. And we're specifically focusing on those who are artists and creators, because a lot of our experiences manifest within what we create. And so it's been really amazing to collaborate with different dancers and theater artists, fashion designers, and really seeing the threads that bring us all together. Although we all have really different lived experiences, we find that we all have this feeling of, wow, we come together and we feel like we understand each other's stories without even speaking. Things shift and change all the time, and I'm just kind of balancing myself within those waves.